Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulation.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Well, good day. Welcome, everybody, to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Big E is here. Turn his mic way down. How are you, buddy?
Very well.
Doing all right?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, sir.
Having no other way. How was your weekend?
What a weekend,
Yeah, huh?
What a weekend.
Yeah, we'll get to the debate. We watched the debate.
Oh,
so,
yes, we did.
Yeah, so it's late while we're doing this, but
That's transparent to the listener, though.
I know. And I knew you were going to say that. But we did. So if people are hoping to hear debate coverage, you'll hear it tonight.
Yeah, you'll get it.
You'll get it.
Just hold on. We want to talk
Yeah.
about Friday for a second.
Fucking
Hold
relax.
on.
Jesus Christ.
It's not every day we have Massey in, okay?
Yeah. Christ.
And we have a blowout party in Shelby.
Ugh. What a blowout party it was.
It was indeed.
I got a little hammered, I got to be honest
Did
with
you?
you.
You didn't drive home, did you?
I didn't.
Good boy.
No, I got an Uber. Yeah.
What was that? There's no
Nothing.
shame in Uber.
No.
Uber's awesome.
We've been shame had you driven home.
Yeah, I know. And you know what's sad is I thought about it too. I thought I think I can make it.
Yeah.
I can pull this
Only
off.
like 40 minutes.
all I got to do is pour Beth into the trunk, and then I can get us home. I can get us home.
Yeah.
I can get us home.
You weren't that bad, but yeah, you were
No.
definitely too much to drive.
I actually had a moment where I was too drunk to drive, but I wasn't too drunk to know that I was too drunk to drive. If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So at one
Right
point
in
I
a
was
dangerous area.
Yes. If I had 3 more beers, I would have been absolutely fine driving home in my mind,
Yeah.
Like, I got this shit. But no, I did some math and I deduced that I perhaps had 5 beers, somewhere between 12 and 46 ounces each. and then I was like, oh, yeah, there was Helm's wife made me do a fucking shot with her, too. There might have been 2 shots in there. Yeah, I can't drive.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Can't
Yeah.
do it. And so I Ubered home, and I'm glad I did.
Good.
I'm glad I did. I also ordered a large pizza on the way out of the Hamlin pub.
So you're sitting in the Uber. It's in the Uber dude's car. Did he let you eat it? Some of
Well,
those Uber dudes get really.
Did he let me eat it, or did I break
Sneaking.
Did I break all the rules in his car and eat the pizza?
Hmm.
I believe at one point declaring, "Jerome, I got it. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you." And I was big stuffing a little bit and telling him that I gotcha.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. But he was like, "I don't let anybody eat in my car, Mike." He kept calling
That
me Mike.
guy's
Mike.
name is Jerome.
Yeah,
Come on, you're
it
doing
was-
a Jerome impression right now.
Yeah, I think his name might have been something else. I can't
Yeah,
remember. But
Mustafa.
maybe. He was like, "Nobody eats in his car." I was like, "Yeah, I know, Bill, I got it." And Mike, no, you don't understand. Nobody has ever eaten in his car. I was like, "Yeah, I know." And my pizza box is open as I'm on my 3rd piece of pizza, trying to eat.
Yeah, I
trying
know.
to eat. I know,
Mustafa.
dude. I heard. I got you though. I got you. He's like, "I'm counting on you to have me because nobody eats in the car." I was like, "Dude, I got you." And so I threw like a $20 tip on top of on top. He's like, "You got me good, thank you. It was very good." And so I didn't spill anything though. It was only cheese pizza. It's
good.
It stayed in my lap. Beth was unconscious, so
Sure.
she didn't have any.
She didn't barf.
I think I killed half a pizza on the way home. Like literally, like it was huge, and I think I ate half of it.
It was bigly.
Yeah, it was big league. It was a big league pizza, but nobody cares about my eating habits when drunk.
Yeah.
For Christ's
What are you
sake.
talking about, man?
What a night, dude.
It was a great night. It sounds very cliche to say this, but God, do we have the best listeners ever?
Oh, dude, they were awesome.
It's quite astounding.
Yeah.
As you're sitting there talking to people, and where'd you come from? Oh, it took me about 2 hours to get here.
Dude, the
Sorry,
amount of
sorry.
people that said that to me too. Yeah, I flew here or I drove 2 hours. I came from Canada.
Yeah.
Up north, west side of the state. It was remarkable.
It's big
And
league.
It was big league. But yeah, what a turnout, man. That place, it was funny. We sent E there, and I have to, honestly, I have to give props to one Mr. Big E. That son of a bitch was a rock star on Friday for us.
You sure?
Yes, all day, dude. That son of a bitch got there like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and was there, handled everything.
We haven't had a real day, though, like a weekday for the emails to come in, about like, oh, that fucking Big E, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We haven't heard
that's
what
true.
he did.
Yeah, I guess at this point we don't know if he...
It appears he was a rock star.
Yeah, I think, I heard good things. People were like, man, he's working, and I could tell he was sweating, and he was handling the door. I mean, he didn't have time for me. When I got there, I started to ask him a question, and he's like pushing me aside, like demanding money from people and doing bracelets. I was like, all right, let him go, man. He's
Got
doing
like
his
a
thing.
shoebox full of cash.
I know.
He almost dropped at one
What
point.
was that? Did you bring that, E?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. The clear Tupperware.
I didn't have anything else.
nice.
I knew, but I didn't have anything else. And in my, all of a sudden I was like, I started to leave for the venue, and I'm like, dude, I need to put this in something.
Dump out all your baseball cards under your bed at home.
You know what? That was actually empty, but I was that or a shoebox. So yeah, I
No,
did.
it was great. It was great. It worked perfect. And but I called him at like 3:30, and I was like, hey, are you there? How's it going? And he said, dude, it's kind of getting crazy. I was like, oh shit. So by 5 o'clock, that place was a zoo. It was a zoo.
It made me glad, by the way, honestly, that I don't host at a restaurant anymore. I've been a host at several restaurants in my life. And having her, I just had to take the money and the bracelets. Luckily, the worker, honestly, Kelly, that works at the place, really helped me out a lot, too, by having the reservations that had been taken and taking them to tables, which I know that's her job, too, but still.
And then thanks to Chris, too, Crack, who was there ready to crack skulls. If
Right.
We had the Marines on hand just in case anyone got out of line.
But it
with
just made
Big
me
E.
remember being a host is not actually as easy as some people think it is. I know it's a lowly job, but dealing with now this was a lot of reservations, but on a regular Friday night, dealing with sections and actual how that works was anyway. It's harder.
You're getting
than
in the
people
weeds,
realize.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever.
Where are we going with this, E?
It doesn't matter.
Well, it's interesting though that he brings up reservations. That was not our idea. We didn't know that they were doing that. Some crafty listeners decided to just call the place and see if they could reserve a table for that night. And
Right.
Those
so
crafty listeners. Wiley.
I wouldn't have thought to do that. Honestly, I would have just been like, oh yeah, it's going to be a zoo there, hopefully, and it is what it is. But the table reservations were sold out like days before the event.
Yeah.
And so, but that was not our doing. I know some people were like, why didn't you tell me they were doing reservations? I was like, we didn't.
We were a little bit hamstrung in connection with the whole thing. So
Yeah.
we feel very bad that some people weren't able to get in.
Yeah.
Really bad. Like genuinely. I thought it was so classy of Massey to go out there and play some tunes for him. E, I think you went out there and did a little comedy.
I did.
Did you
I
tell him
did a
about the
little-
hooker in Chicago?
No, I did all new material for
Well.
the people that were standing outside.
How was that
people enjoy
received,
it?
by the way? I mean, what did you do? Because there wasn't someone to go, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage now. Give
Well-
a big round of applause at Laugh Tracks for Big E.
Here's
like,
what-
there's no one
I
there
know.
to do that. So you just went out there and went, hey, how's it going, everybody?
Here's what had happened is at one point I had heard someone say, you know what? Someone had told me that they were going to just let them more people in. There was only, at this point, only about 10 or 15 people left.
Yeah.
There had been more, I believe. I don't know what the number was exactly. But I had heard someone say, okay, we're going to let them in. So I went out to let them know. Like, I was excited to go tell these guys, hey, come on in. They're going to let you in. And then somebody told me no, it got shut down. So now I'm standing out there.
You're like the
feeling
little
even
drummer
worse.
boy.
Right.
What can I bring?
Right.
I have nothing.
Feeling even worse.
Here's
And-
my gift. I'm a retard. I'll tell jokes.
No, somebody said, well, why don't you do some comedy? And I said, if you guys,
Rumpa-pum-pum,
if you
son
guys
of a
really
bitch.
want to hear some stuff, I'll just do it. And I did.
Oh, okay. So someone suggested that. to you.
Someone
Okay.
said it, and then I did. I didn't offer it, but I didn't even think. I wouldn't think to say, "Hey, do you guys want to see me do comedy?" Because I know they want to be in there and seeing you guys and see Massey.
Does anybody want a picture with me?
Right? Exactly. Yeah, I
Well,
know.
it
but
was-
I did. So whatever.
It was, to bring it back to what you said about Massey, like, what a pro, dude. I mean, I think he was still having dinner at that point. He was in a room kind of away from everybody having dinner. And when word came in that there were, I don't know how many people outside that
20,
couldn't get in
25
at that point. I think they ended up turning 100 people away. But
Yeah.
but there were a bunch of people outside, and he literally leapt up, didn't say a word.
Leapt.
He did, and he ran. He grabbed his guitar and he made it outside. Next thing you know, within seconds, he was sitting outside with his guitar and just
Strumming away,
yeah.
doing what he can to please the folk.
Yeah.
Thank God someone classy was involved with that.
What do you mean?
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
well,
you leave it to us three, and it's like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I felt
Well, you know what?
bad
I
for
gotta know-
everybody. We were fighting to get more people in. I know.
It really was an awkward
Worthless
situation,
at this
actually.
point,
Oh, sorry. It was an awkward situation. I did end up getting those things on video, as you know. But the only reason I was out there is my sister was there to pick up my keys from my car because she was going to take my car back to her place, and then I was going to get an Uber or Lyft. So I'm sitting there with my sister, and now I have like 20 people telling me like how they drove. And again, of course, I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
But you're right. I didn't know what to tell them except that I felt bad.
Sucks. God, that sucks.
And I did feel bad. Of course, we all
Yeah.
did. Obviously.
But
And it was awesome of him.
But those
and
who
it was
got in had a really good time, I guess.
Right.
yeah, it seemed like it, and I don't know how many people we talked to, and everybody. It's really cool to hear people tell you how important the show is to them and how much they enjoy it. I mean that it's amazing to me to hear that from everybody and meet everybody, see everybody again, and to show you the extent. You saw the bowling pin, right?
Oh, yeah.
Of the generosity of Detroit Cast listeners and all that. You want to explain what was going on with that?
Yeah, so when we had Massey on Friday's show, he talked about his son and the fact that he's in a physical therapy situation right now
Noah.
that's not being covered by insurance, and so he had a GoFundMe set up. Well, I mean, that show had posted, just hours before we're out at Shelby, and the good folks at the Hamlin Pub, all of you listeners out there, contributed a ton into the bowling pin that went around. It was a little bank bowling pin that was passed around just on the cuff. Like
That had nothing to do with us.
yeah, we didn't
bring
start
up.
that. I mean, I think the Costas started sending that around, and it was a tremendous amount of money. That was raised. It was huge.
the most money
Big
possible
league.
to be made.
It was big league. No, dude, I think they raised like $1,200
Yeah.
on the spot in cash.
That's incredibly generous.
and literally opened the bowling pin at the end of the night, pulled the cash out and stacked it into whatever 50s, 100s, 20s, 10s, and handed it to Mike Massey and said, "This is for Noah for the GoFundMe." And that's awesome.
yeah,
It's awesome.
I think his GoFundMe was for like $6,000 total.
Yeah.
So you guys,
or putting him close over the top. But yeah, and then he and Jeff hit the stage and absolutely crushed it. I was really happy that the crowd was really into them from start to finish. You never know when alcohol gets introduced, and it's not like the Palace where that's what you're there for. Like these people in that bar all know each other. Well, they don't all know each other, but they sort of all know each other, and they have a common interest in this show. And so it's very easy to just get totally sidetracked and in your own world and conversation. And that didn't seem to be happening for the most part. People were paying attention to those guys and really seemed to enjoy it. I know I did.
yeah, it was great. It was great to meet a lot of new people too. Really enjoyed that. It was
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so thank you everybody for coming out. Once again, we should thank our sponsors
Absolutely.
that help.
Yeah, Helm Law stepped up big. Kyle Mayer stepped up big. Lebo stepped up big, and Zott Ford as well.
Yeah.
Really came through. I mean, made it possible. It wouldn't have happened. No way, without those guys. So
Yeah.
please, use our sponsors. If you're in the market for any of those things that they do, give them a chance at least. Give them a call and see what they can do for you.
Was there anything else that happened that night? I know I knocked over someone's full beer at one point and shattered a glass.
Dude, I saw that. There was a ton of glass in that other room. There were,
Yeah.
I think 2 that got knocked over. My
Yeah.
ass was all wet because one got knocked into.
I didn't knock that one over, but I did knock hers over. I think I promised to buy her a beer, and I think I never made my way to buy the beer. So you know who you are, and I owe you a beer because it was absolutely full to the rim, and I hit it with an elbow or
That's
something,
embarrassing, Mike.
and it just shattered it instantly. Made a huge mess.
I know one thing. There was a disclosure by E that either you told me this or somebody said that you said this, that he indeed, in fact, whacked off in this house.
Right.
While E was watching the
That's
house,
right.
and you were in San Fran last time.
What did I tell him?
Remember when we questioned him, we put him on the stand, and he very clearly denied it, which we
gotta
thought was
stop
incredible.
drinking.
We knew his credibility was shot. We
Yes.
knew he'd
We knew
whack-
he was a liar.
He spent the night here. He's got like a 90-inch TV up there. I mean, are you kidding me? You're not going to have a big vag on that TV?
I would have totally forgot this, but E, you disclosed this in front of me and Jay that,
no.
dude, truth be told, I actually did whack off in your house.
The only question is how many pairs of your dirty underwear did he have over his head while he was doing it?
Dude, I would normally laugh at that, like, ha ha, he sniffed my underwear,
No.
but he was, I want you to listen to me. I did not have sex with that woman,
Yeah.
Miss Lewinsky, not one time.
That's how clear he was.
That's how crystal
Unequivocal.
clear. There was no debating this. He absolutely, unequivocally did not
I had
jack
to-
off in my house. So I don't know. Maybe he was wearing my my man panties' hats.
I
all
guarantee
week.
he
I don't
was.
know.
I don't know.
Probably
he had-
got one in his hoodie
I
pocket
cannot
right
believe I
now.
disclosed that.
Where was it?
Honestly, I'm missing some underwear. I wasn't going to blame him. I wasn't. But I noticed a few pairs were
The
missing.
dirty laundry was looking a bit light.
I left a few pairs in the dirty laundry when I went out of town, and when I came back, I was like, oh, maybe I packed those too, and I don't remember.
I did not sniff your underwear.
Yeah, dude. It stinks good. Yeah, this is a good.
So, E, where was it?
I'm not.
Just say what we know you whacked off here. Where was it?
If it was in my bedroom, so help me, I'm gonna punch him on the spot.
It
You
was
better
in the
get over here.
The bathroom.
Why would it be in the bath? I don't believe it. E, you're lying.
No,
Now
it
you're
was.
lying.
No,
Which
it was.
bathroom?
Why would you do it in the bathroom?
It was.
Why would you do it there? That's not comfortable.
There was a reasoning for it.
You've got this whole house. You've got
My
couches
phone,
everywhere.
My phone, which is
Wait,
normally my
which
go-to.
bathroom? I need to know
The
which
one
bathroom.
I go into all the time.
Down here or
Upstairs.
That little closet of a powder
Yeah.
room, there's no way you picked that little space to whack in. You're lying.
I'm not.
You're lying.
He is lying.
E,
I'm not.
where did you whack off? Tell me the
right
truth.
There.
Why?
Look me in the eye.
There's a reason. I don't know. I never look people in the eye. That's the worst test of lying. The reasoning was my phone was not. My phone has tough internet in that kitchen in that living room area. I don't know why, but the Wi-Fi was not working, so I had to use the laptop, and I didn't want to. And I fucking.
So you took
You want
a
to know the real,
laptop
here's the, you wanna know
into
the
that
real
little
answer? You want
powder
to know the
room?
real answer?
Yes.
The real answer is I had a moment in my head where I thought, what if he has cameras around this house? He probably doesn't have cameras in the bathroom. And that's
No,
the
that's
reasoning.
exactly where he'd have
Yeah,
the cameras.
that's where I have the
You
cameras.
that was my-
dumbass.
So when
well, that
girls
was-
come over, I
What
can
kind of
get
reasoning
perfect-
is that?
That
It's
was
like right
my-
under the toilet seat, pointed
Yeah,
up.
Well, that would be-
it's
that was my
minuscule.
reasoning.
That's the only way I can get good beaver and butthole
That was my
shots.
reasoning.
And occasionally balls too.
Butthole.
That was my reasoning.
Yeah.
So you're packed into that little room. I mean, you can barely like spread your arms out. No.
Spread my arms.
I mean,
out.
the-
So
I'm
were you
just
sitting in
saying
the
how
toilet?
small
Were you
it is.
standing up? And did it land where it landed?
no, I'm not going to describe that in detail.
I think
no,
you
you
need
are.
to.
I demand that you describe this. This was in my house.
You
I feel
threw
violated.
in Mike's house.
I
You
feel
should.
violated. I do.
And then you were lied to about
Can I
it.
press charges for this? Is there
This
anything criminal in
disgusting.
this?
This is lewd and lascivious. What did you do?
lewd and lascivious, isn't it?
Whatever.
Yeah.
late.
Lascivious? Yeah, it is.
Let me look up lascivious. Go, E.
It's
Describe
French
it.
I don't know how to-
vicious.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know.
You
The
don't know how to
floor is
explain it.
I want to know what you did. Were you
1,000 times?
standing up, sitting
No,
down? How did
I-
this happen? What struck you in the moment? You were like, you know what? I can't wait. I got to jacks off
I think
right now.
I think I'd had a few drinks. And I was,
So it took a while. Probably had whiskey dick going.
I don't know.
Oh, there's skin cells from his dick all over the bathroom. Oh,
Sorry, dude.
Oh, this is a disaster.
I apologize.
E
I feel
pubes
really
in there.
bad. I actually do feel bad about this.
Yeah, lascivious is not a word anywhere. No spelling of lascivious works.
yeah. I've had lewd and lascivious behavior
Yeah.
written on tickets over the years
Lascivious.
that I've had to clear up in the courts a few times. So I'm very familiar
Damn it!
with
I wish
lascivious.
I wish you would have forgotten. I certainly forgot that I disclosed this. I wish that would have gotten forgotten about, but unfortunately,
Nope.
other people were
Nope.
not.
I was not drunk, so I remember.
know.
I remember the entire night.
I know.
So did we?
Remember you wanted to hug me too, you weirdo.
I know.
Yeah.
I was hugging a lot of people on Friday night.
So did you finish into a napkin, into your hand, on the floor, the sink? What did we do here? In the toilet?
Just under my boxers, I guess. I don't know.
What? And then you just pull up your pants and
Can't you even jack off normal? What's the matter with you? What's wrong with a tissue?
I don't know.
It's so easy.
you just right into your pants.
And then you went and laid down on the couch, didn't you, you son of a
I mean, I
bitch?
rolled my pants up.
Are you itching to dump your funk-filled grocery getter?
Damn it.
Gabara asked that I do a Zot read after any masturbation story. So
Understood. Fair enough.
You want to drive the freshest, safest, funnest SUV on the market? Then we highly suggest you visit our good friends at Zott Ford at I-75 and Exit 98. There you can lease the all-new 17 Ford Escape SE for just $199 with zero cash due at signing. Yup, get the hottest SUV on the market for $199 a month with zero cash due, only from our friends at Zott Ford and Holly. Surf their groovy deals and massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
Anything else we want to mention? Was there anything else? I'm sure emails will come in for any embarrassing things we did.
I kept getting called a Jew
Did
all
you
night
really?
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a Jew.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean,
Yeah.
no.
Why would you lie about that?
Anyway, well, thank you again, everybody, for helping pull that night off. As we said, all the sponsors, everybody that came out, Mike Massey and Jeff Hall, everyone in this room, obviously, and the Hamlin Pub, too. We should thank Jason Scarelli, too.
Yeah. He helped us out a lot.
Yeah, he did, and his wife with the...
Christina
yeah.
made a lovely concert poster for us. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that was hanging up in the bar, and
We get so much, like, we have so many good people wanting to help us all the time with stuff. And
it's
that's-
remarkable.
yeah.
It really is a team effort. I don't know that people understand how much of a team effort it is, but it's really a team effort. And so, thank you to everybody. You know,
Oh,
you know
what?
who you are.
I guess I should also say Dan, the Red Bull man, helped me out, and so did Mrs. Costa. Helped me out with the T-shirts, getting that table set up. Like I was getting them out, but she was I'm a terrible folder, so she was folding shirts for me. So I should mention that.
Oh, we
too.
might see her next week for something, too.
Oh yeah,
Or is it this week?
I don't know.
I believe it's
Depends
this
on if there's
week.
enough. Well, depends on what the situation with
Yeah.
the rapist, Bill Clinton being a rapist.
Oh, yeah. So, do we want to talk about this right now? He's playing.
We can, yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to.
Well,
I'm just
he's
saying-
got this plan. He mentioned it last week, maybe off air, possibly on air. But
I
we,
don't think I really thought it seriously.
yeah,
though,
we've been
until-
having these stories where one of these guys, blogger or something, has put out there. Remind me of his name.
Yeah, you're talking about Infowars, Alex Jones.
Yes, if you wear a
much more than a blogger. I mean, he's a right wing, or conspiracy theorist, but he's got a shitload of followers, tons of them.
If you wear a certain Bill Clinton shirt and get on air, and any news program, right? Any TV
Local
news
or
pro-
national.
local or national, get on air wearing this shirt, and you declare Bill Clinton is a rapist, he'll give you $5K. Mm-hmm. And so he's immediately just thinking like, income, dude.
Fuck yeah,
You know,
$5,000.
I'll do anything. Why not? So he's thinking about driving out to New York this week.
And I know you
Yeah.
can do it other places, but if I'm gonna do it, if I was
Go
gonna do
big,
it, I'd
baby.
like to be on national news.
Big
I know,
league.
and there's only a place where you can guarantee
It's only the best.
you'll be on national TV, and that's like the Today Show or Fox News. They have those outside shows. Plus,
If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
I've
That's
heard
true.
that. Yeah.
heard that
It's
once.
up to you.
So if the problem is the money, I don't know the rest of the words. The
New
money,
York, New York. Da, 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 da.
but the problem is the amount of money he gives. It goes only up to $100,000, and I think we're
Gotta
starting to
get it done. E.
I know. I think we're
because
starting
there are more stories of this happening. We
I
played
know.
a couple last week.
Yeah.
but-
knowing.
Yeah, a lot happened over the weekend.
I really wish that he had announced this like a week later. It would have been more beneficial for me personally, but
Yeah, the shirt you mentioned that he was selling at Infowars.com probably is a play on the Obama Hope and Change
Right.
poster, but it's got Bill Clinton's face and then it just says rape at the bottom. And so that's the T-shirt you need to display if you can, and then just get Bill Clinton as a
yeah, my
rapist
plan
on-
would be is to like get there super early for like the Today Show or something, and then the ideal situation would be is like Al Roker could come up to you and be like, you know how they'll be like, oh, I'm John, I drove all the way from Michigan.
It's
to
my
see-"
birthday.
right? Blah
Yeah.
blah, and then just Bill Clinton's a rapist,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
Well, we'll get to some of those a little bit later because there's more video coming out, so it's gonna be close. E. We'll have
I
to
know. I'm
get a
gonna
tally by the end of the week to see if it's even worth it.
I'm gonna have to email somebody and find out. I'm not just gonna get in the car and start driving.
You gonna email Alex Jones and ask him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still on the table.
What if he says there's one slot left, dude? But I mean, I don't know. It's up for grabs. I mean,
I think
I think you got to
hop
hit
in the
something
car.
local then.
You gotta
quit.
try.
Yeah.
I think if anyone knows, I told Mike tomorrow morning I'm gonna turn on local news, I guess, and just check it out. But if anyone knows, like, if there's a guarantee spot,
Well,
why would they tell
all
me?
you got to do is tune in first thing in the morning because if they're doing a live shot from somewhere, they'll
Right.
probably be there all morning.
I
Yeah.
should have done it today, this morning in reality, because Sunday fall, I'm sure they were at some orchard or some
Sure.
bullshit doing a
Wizard's Orchard.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Wireds or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure, and that's whatever. That's my own fault. So it is what it is.
Well, we'll keep tabs on it as the week draws to an end, but that'd be awesome if we could get Big E on national TV saying that. I'd be proud of that, as long as he's wearing a TDC hat, too.
Well, I was trying to think of how I would do it because I would also want the TDC in there. So yeah, I guess I'd just wear a hat because you would need the shirt, so the hoodie, it'd be just, I don't know. Of course, I'd want
Could think
that.
about Hulk Hoganing a TDC sweatshirt or something,
Yeah.
and underneath
I
that
guess
have the
what
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I
rapist.
guess I could do that where I could have it pre-cut, I
Yeah.
guess, and
And
then
just-
I could. Hey, it's just great to be here, guys. By the way, Bill Clinton's a rapist.
Anyway,
Whatever.
we should move on. The debate was tonight.
Big league.
Big league. I think, did Donald Trump win a debate tonight?
Well, he saved his ass. I mean, let's reset and put this. Let's rewind 5 hours and what we were looking at. I mean, we were looking at he was on the edge of a cliff in terms of
Yeah.
that video coming out, and what was his statement? Yeah, I just walk up and I grab him by the pussy.
Yeah, we'll play the audio in a little bit here.
It was incredible
Yeah.
how between a rock and a hard place he was, and he's at least salvaged it, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know that he gained any new people. It wasn't one of those, but he did what a lot of Republicans have wanted him to do, which was
Swing, swing, swing.
go
man.
fucking big, man. What do
Yeah.
you got to lose now? Hammer that bitch on those emails. And he did a good job of hammering her on those emails and not letting go.
Yeah, once he got his sea legs, like I felt like he looked to me at the beginning like he might flame out, and like that might be it. He looked more timid than I've ever seen him. Just so reserved, so soft spoken, and I know that was his way of trying to look, contrite, and
Presidential.
trying to approach the moment. It's very serious and
This is
put it
what you-
behind him.
Yeah.
But it looked really bad. The optics were bad, Mike.
You think so?
And I thought, God, man, he's going to be a weenie. And then all of a sudden, he kind of got,
Got into gear.
got a
Yeah.
little spirit in him and went for it, baby.
It was interesting to see. I don't know how you handled the video that came out, from Friday, which, is devastating, but how devastating. You didn't know how he was going to play it, and for him to go up there and go, I'm embarrassed. I feel like a douche. I feel like a douche bigly. What can you say?
one of those big douches, not like a little
Yes.
douche like a teen would use,
We're talking about
like a really blown out, like 60-year-old douche.
like a douche she would wear. Her over there, the devil, Satan might wear. That cunt over there might
He
wear.
called her the devil.
Twice.
Evil.
Bernie signed. He signed with the devil over here. I was loving it. It was hilarious. Anyway, obviously the highlight of the night is when he was like, "I'm going to sign a special prosecutor." I didn't want to say this. I wasn't going to go here, but I'm going to assign a special prosecutor to relook at Hillary Clinton's case with the emails again. And then she says, "Good thing Donald Trump isn't in charge of the law."
Yeah. Yeah, because you'd be in jail. Like, yes.
Oh my God, he actually
unreal.
did it. Fucking boom.
Yeah.
That was great. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see tomorrow what once they start fact checking and going through all that. I'm sure it'll change 1,000 times over who won
Yeah.
or not. But I thought Donald held his own.
Well, a lot of it, though, like a lot of the policy, yeah, he sounded like an idiot on the Syria stuff.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he
yeah.
starts to ramble and go into the weeds, and he starts to speak in disjointed phrases that you really have to be plugged in and watching like every day and keeping up to date on all of the rhetoric back and forth to
Yeah.
know what he's talking about. If you're just an average, person sitting there who tunes in every week or so to hear what's up,
Yeah.
you'd be like, wait, what? Where's he even going? And he just speaks in these, short, abbreviated phrases and moving one to the next.
And he says disaster too much.
Yeah, he
Everything's a
interrupted.
disaster.
I need to say this, Anderson. It was a disaster.
Thank you.
Yeah, like, dude, you just interrupted to say it was disaster. Okay, we get it.
What else happened?
Well, there was a huge fat guy in the audience.
Of course. Go ahead and shame him. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, they didn't get to his question. I was waiting for him to stand up.
He ate it was the problem. He ate his question, and so they kept trying to go to him, and he's like, I ate it. I don't.
It's stuck in my neck. It's part of that big neck.
It's lodged in my 14th neck over here. If you look closely, I'm sorry. I know I promised I wouldn't eat it, but I did.
That guy needs a neck, man. We've talked about that. When you go upper button of that dress shirt, get that? I mean, you got to have somebody lifting that, right?
Well, I don't know that they make collars in a size 64. You know what I mean? Like usually it's like you can get a 16,
Yeah.
17.
16 and a half, you know.
You fall in that, somewhere in the 15 to 18 range. But when you start getting into 64, it's, you got to go.
It's one of the larger necks I've ever seen.
It was, and just
It looked like a torpedo of a head. Like it looked like a candy corn, like a giant candy corn. or
not just
something.
the size of the neck, but the redness. Did you notice
Yes.
like the absolute redness
Very
of his
red.
face and head and neck?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to explain what it, like, was he just nervous that much?
Probably
Or-
hot, the hot lights and everything, yeah. And then you had Ken Bone asking the penultimate question, I believe.
I thought Ken Bone the whole time was just going, can I sit next to neck guy? Can I just be on, like, whenever I'm on camera, can you have neck guy next to me? That's what I'd want to do.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever you do, don't sit me next to the super skinny guy. Sit me next to neck guy or Ken Bone. Your choice.
Ken Bone and his stash and red sweater.
Yeah, it was a
That's
good
awesome.
look. He asked I don't remember what his question was, but
I don't either, but it's just funny, man. Like these town halls, and remember what presidential politics used to be like. They'd have these, and they would go over every nuance of so and so stepped too close to the other candidate. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, look at how aggressive that is, and that's not going to play well.
Yeah.
And we polled voters, and they did not like that at all.
Oh,
or
they didn't.
so and so's tie was this color, and
Yeah.
dude, that shit is so beyond off. Now it's like, did he call her a cunt or not? Did he hit her?
there was a legitimate chance. Like there was, we almost got to the point of waging on it. Like, was he going to call her a cunt
Yeah.
to her face tonight on
Right.
national TV? We didn't. I think he held off.
Yeah.
But he did call her the devil,
Yeah.
which, I mean,
Beelzebub himself.
for network television, that you might as well have called her a cunt on national TV. Like that's as close as you can get. So-
Nuance is out the window. We're no longer talking about whether he should sit on the stool or stand behind it. It's just so beyond the pale.
She has tremendous hate in her heart. He said
Yeah.
she had tremendous
Yeah.
hate in her heart
Yeah.
for her deplorables comment. Which, if you don't know, she at one point said half of Donald's supporters, meaning anybody who's supporting Donald Trump, are deplorable. And what else did she
Irredeemable.
say? Irredeemable.
She also said this. E,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
I mean, she was lying, or he was lying. Somebody
Anderson-
was lying.
Anderson, why aren't you bringing up the emails? Why aren't you asking her questions about the emails?
Yeah.
And Anderson's like, we did. And he's like, okay, I see. 3 against 1. Nice.
And he just turns his back and walks away. Like any other year, any other presidential election year, that would be lambasted. That would be the headline. Oh my God!
Yeah.
He accused the moderators of being on the side of the other candidate.
Yeah.
Now it's just
it
par
is-
for the course.
It is. And it'll be interesting to see what the numbers look like after something like that. I don't know that it'll matter, but to me, after Friday night, it's like it's over. It's over. If there's any hint of him like being able to salvage this after Friday night,
Yeah. Well, the problem, and he's had his missteps before. The problem with this one, aside from it being about sexual assault,
Yeah.
is the nature of it has isolated him. Like nobody can kind of agree with him, or you're a monster.
right?
You know, you can't step out. Nobody publicly, who's anybody who cares about their future politically, can step out and go, hey. Everybody, man, has talked like that.
We all
at
talk
one
about
time,
pussies.
You know? But it's true. But
That's
nobody
the
can say
irony
it.
of
Yeah,
it.
no politician can go there. Like the other stuff, they could go there. They could finesse things and they could explain things, or they could just say, "Hey, he's new at politics, and so he stepped in it," and they can explain it like that. This one, you're just like, "Hey, man, good luck with that."
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there, but this shouldn't be totally surprising. Like I'm shocked at how shocked people are at this. Like,
Yeah.
what did you think Donald Trump? Like,
Yeah.
he's the guy that runs the Miss Universe pageant, the dumbest, fakest bullshit,
The Don.
hot pageant contest in the world. He runs it. It's basically you just parade the hot chicks around in skimpy shit, and then you know, we all take turns laughing at them for answering the most ridiculous question in the planet, and they sound like morons. Like, haha, look at the hot chick sound like a total idiot. Like, that's what that is.
Yeah.
And he owned it.
You didn't know that guy was a dirty old man?
Seriously, you didn't think that you could uncover some audio where
Yeah.
he's going to sound like a dickhead?
Oh, and it's so contrived, the timing of it. You
Yeah.
know, you know they had this before. Everybody remembers him being on Stern many times. Like, you couldn't go and find that audio somewhere, you know?
rating
like,
chicks or whatever.
Yeah.
She's a 10.
Yeah.
She's this, she's that.
and all of a
That
sudden,
was-
CNN has 11 statements by him on Stern. Like, you've been sitting on that, or somebody's been sitting on that for 6 months,
The
you know?
first time this probably happened, within 24 hours of him announcing he's running for president, people were like, dude, he's been on Howard Stern show probably, I don't know,
Yeah.
30 times over the last 20 years. And then you put an intern on it. You go, anything that you think might be something that would be inappropriate for a politician to say, mark the timestamp on the audio, and you have people listen to scrub every fucking second of it.
So why didn't the GOP do that? Why didn't they vet him like that? Do you think these things were withheld from them? Do you think they were trying to? And
No,
that-
because that audio is out there. You can
right,
go get
Howard,
it.
Howard would be, but like these other things, and I guarantee there's more that's going to be out this week. You know, they're
As far as like Trump
yeah,
statements.
they're going to
maybe.
release more.
You think so?
Yeah, but why couldn't the GOP go get that shit? You know, you got freaking. I mean, you got the GOP only has itself to blame. First,
Yeah.
you know, you can't put up a candidate that's better than him. Nobody in the past 30 years has been able to keep their promise concerning immigration.
Yeah.
And so they've let
Or
this thing
longer.
fester. Right. They've let this thing fester, and people fucking real Americans, not just real Americans, but real Americans,
Yeah.
think that's a real serious issue.
Yeah.
And finally, you had a guy stand up and just say it like it is. And they're all afraid to do it, right? So the other candidates, that's why they freaking lost.
Yeah.
Rubio's too afraid. Cruz is too. Well, Cruz said it, but he's a freaking moron and a.
They're playing a
douche.
chess match. They're playing a game of career politician guy. And then you get, like we've talked about, you get a bull in a china shop that comes in and goes, everybody agrees this is bullshit. This is fucked. The system's rigged. None of these people give a shit about you. I do. I know how rigged the system is. And real Americans, who are the ones that are paying for all this horse shit, stand back and go, yeah, what that guy said. Yes, I'm tired of, for 40 years, listening to people talk about the fucking border and doing nothing about it. It's something that doesn't happen in any other country. You couldn't get away with it.
Yeah, and I don't care what the politicians say. Jobs are going away, you know,
Yeah.
and people see that and they know that. And so when a guy says your jobs are going away, I'm bringing them back. Wow,
Yeah.
that's somewhat attractive, I would think.
And it's how sick and tired of you, because the fact is, none of us as just average people, we have our own shit going on. We're worried about what our, your kids are doing in school and sports. You're worried about your own job and your own career. You don't have time to go and vet every damn statement these people make on your back. I'm going to bring jobs back to this economy because that's what I care about is all the little people. And then they go, she didn't do shit for jobs. I did everything. I brought 1 million jobs when I was running the state of Indiana. And you go, okay, well, fuck. He says she's full of shit. She says she's not full of shit. And you don't have any idea. You don't know. And so Donald Trump comes in and goes, she's a fucking bullshit artist and he's a fucking loser and a liar too. They're all fucking liars. The game's rigged. And you go, yeah, that's how I feel. I feel the whole thing's rigged. So fuck it.
Yeah.
And so he blows the whole goddamn row of them out. It should speak volumes to both sides of this country's political structure. It should scream at both that this is not a Republican versus Democrat thing. It's both of them. It's both of them.
Do we need a populist party? Is that what we need? A third party? I think we need a third party, Mike.
We do.
Breaking news.
Yes. But
One
you know,
that doesn't have faux outrage for. Is that possible? Is that possible that's what comes out of this? Is
Maybe.
a third party of people that goes, you know what? We want a candidate who's not going to have this faux outrage, who's not going to bullshit their way through. That's just going to straight talk.
Yeah.
And the problem is you're not going to have a guy who's able to self-fund to the extent he did.
Right.
So
And who's going to pay for that? Who's going to pay to back that? It's just a
bring back the bull moose, Mike.
what's the bull?
The bull moose party.
Oh yeah,
Teddy Roosevelt.
yeah. Okay.
How about the Whigs
I could go for the Wigs. Yeah, I like the Wigs.
with an H?
Yes, with WHIGS.
The callback.
Should we hear Donald
Calling
Trump's
back
comments?
to 1790.
Should we-
Sorry.
Do you want to pull up Donald Trump's comments so we can, for people that haven't heard it, some of you
Where
were
do
at the
you-
Massey
I don't
show
know.
Friday night and
Yeah.
maybe aren't paying attention.
Yeah, with Billy Bush, by the way, who's in a heap load of shit now.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking laughing right along
nerd.
with this
Oh, yeah.
shit. I mean,
Of course he is, just like I would have been doing and you would have been doing, and anybody else I've ever met would have been doing. It's
you're-
hilarious that people are outraged by this. It's hilarious.
real quick before you play
This is the conversation, by the way, that's gone on in countless locker rooms that I've been in my life. Countless.
Bars,
Bars,
golf,
parties.
golf holes.
Oh.
cars,
God.
trips,
Oh.
concerts, the bathroom.
The
Yeah.
first.
No, I guarantee these, moral high ground, pious dudes, many of them on the right have had
Yeah.
very similar statements come out of their mouths.
Well, it's the hypocrisy is hilarious when you look at all the power. Like, dude, that's just what power and money does. I'm telling you, like, these comments are things that are not shocking to a lot of people. I know that might be shocking to some people. They're not terribly shocking to a lot of people. It's kind of how guys talk. It doesn't make you a rapist. It doesn't. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not trying to excuse it.
It might make him sort of a rapist. Though.
Well, maybe.
I mean, if we take him for, literally,
Yeah.
he's walking up and grabbing vag.
Well, I'd like to grab Nancy O'Dell's vag. In his defense, she's kind of hot.
Nancy O'Dell is the person who they've identified. I didn't realize they identified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember Nancy O'Dell from? She's pretty hot. I don't know how. She's probably not as hot now, but
I remember him
back
saying,
then she was a 10.
"Oh yeah,
Mike,
what's she in?"
She's one of the hosts of Access Hollywood or Extra.
Like, what do you mean
one
a
of those.
10? Is that what guys do? 1 to 10?
Yes.
Did you like that, Hillary, when she
Yeah.
made this? And she made like a reference to like naming women, rating women on a 1 to 10.
It's like, yeah. That's literally the first question I ask E every day when I see him. Is I'll like find a random picture of a girl and just go, "Would you?"
Would you?
What do you think?
There's
1 to
2
10. What do you
questions.
think?
Would you?
Would ya?
And then
And then he
after
goes,
would
"No,
you?
the girl in the picture."
Yeah, right.
There's 2 questions. Would you? And then after that, 1 to 10. Right?
Sure.
Anyway.
All right. What do you got, E?
Where
Go
do you
ahead
want
and
to
play.
start this? Kind of. It kind of just we're at the beginning, or
Well, I don't know how much you have there.
I can still hear her.
I moved on her, actually. She was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it. I did try and fuck her. She was married.
Huge news there.
No, Nancy. No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. Then all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look.
Jeez, your girl's hot as shit. In the purple.
Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa!
Yes, the Donald has scored. Oh my man. Wait, you gotta look at me when you get out. You're like,
Set this up.
That is
will
very.
you give me the thumbs
Look at
up?
you. You are a
You
piece.
gotta put the thumbs up. You gotta get the thumbs up. Can't be too happy.
first? Yeah, let me.
It's very funny.
Gotta give the thumbs up.
You and I will
Cameramen are
work.
coming on.
Got it.
Maybe it's a different one.
Better not be the publicist. No, it's her.
Yeah, that's it, with the gold. I gotta use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her.
Tic Tacs.
I'm automatically
tool.
attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss.
What a douche.
I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. Do anything.
That is rough.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's rough.
Those legs, all I can see is the legs.
No, it looks good.
He's actually eating
Come on,
Tic
shorty.
Tacs.
Oh, nice legs, huh?
Oof, get out of the way, huh? That's good legs. Go ahead.
Billy Bush, you dork.
It's always good if you don't fall out of the bus. Like
That's the
Ford.
gist
Gerald
of it,
Ford,
right?
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's painful. It's tough. I can't say I'm terribly shocked by that though.
Not shocked either. I knew the guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But boy, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. I think this unfortunately is common with a lot of powerful people with money. I don't think this is exclusive to Donald Trump. We've seen this with tons of politicians, anyone really with power, entertainers on any level and every level. that kind of attitude. You read it. I've read it in countless books about wild ass orgies, jamming shit and girls. Like that's just, you give guys free reign, a little bit of celebrity and some power, and it goes to a lot of people's heads. Doesn't make it right, but he is certainly not the only one to make comments like that.
Is there any way he survives this?
No, no,
I agree.
no. There was very little chance of him surviving. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have, without this news coming out, he would have had a tremendous debate where he really won over people. He didn't win over African Americans or Latinos with this debate, or Muslims. He
just
not
keeps
at all.
solidifying his base of support.
Yeah, and there's a strong base there. There's a lot of Americans who are fed up and will do that. But as far as like winning more people over, which he needs to do,
he got a lot of people to stay home. I think with those comments. There's going to be a lot of people that just go, you know what, this is bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. They both suck. I'm right there with you if you're thinking that. I mean, it's tragic, dude. This country's too good for that.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking before this even came out on Friday, I was thinking like, don't we deserve better, than these two?
We were saying that when there was a panel of 17.
I know, but at the same time, it's like, do we? I don't know. I mean, we crave the salacious details. We tune in like it's a fucking reality show. I mean, I'm right there. I'm tweeting, doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like
we're right here having this conversation.
Do we deserve better?
Well,
I mean,
better could be sitting there and everyone goes, nerd,
you fucking dork,
dude. Tell me who he banged and let's get on with it. Like that's just, I know it's sad
because it's funny now, but we're on this trajectory to idiocracy.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the thing about it is, it's like with all the open, you've got media that's crazy. You've got opportunities like this podcast. You've got a million different outlets that can just talk, and it's like the slippery slope is. No offense to our Asian listeners, it's just
absolutely
incredibly slippery.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
We are the toothpaste is out of the tube, Mike. I don't think there's any going back to civility and any going back to the campaigns of yesteryear. Now, will we ever have a series like this? No. I mean, it'll go back somewhat reset to some respect.
To just a bunch of high-paid bullshit artists.
Yeah.
Like that is so unappealing to me too.
Yeah.
Where you are this political season is where I've been the last 20 political seasons. Like where it's like, I don't give a shit what they're saying because they're all full of shit. So what does it matter? They're all clowns. Like that's just my feeling about it. And Trump gave you this feeling like, well, at least it's something different. You almost had that feeling somewhat with Obama. Like, okay, here's someone that's off the beaten path that doesn't really deserve to be here, but he's preaching this hope and change, and it riled up a lot of people and won him an election, and it's like, it's just the same shit. Trump gave you a different angle because he wasn't bought and paid for by everybody. And so, he's not going to win. I'm sorry, he's just not. But
GOP's pulling a bunch of funding. Everybody's running to the hills.
I don't know that matters, though.
Well,
I don't know that matters to the people that are going to actually vote. I think they're really fed up with a lot of those leaders on both sides anyway.
They're freaking out about the down ticket. Everybody below him. They're freaking out that now people won't show up and vote Republican. Because they're disgusted with him, as they probably are.
And how sad is that too? Like who knows or cares how good they would be? Just lump them all. Well, they're part of Donald Trump's ticket, so they've got to be rotten to the core too. And nobody knows what they're capable of. Like
that's why everybody was so careful during the primary process. Do I want to hook my wagon to this dude politically?
Yeah.
And while it might have looked like the right thing to do at the time, boy, you're probably going to look back and see some people who were just shattered in this whole thing.
Well, it's tragic on another level too, because when you look at what's at stake this year in particular, like if this was Trump pulling this 8 years from now or 4 years from now, it would be a lot less tragic, because the fact is Hillary Clinton, love her or hate her, is a tremendously flawed candidate. And if you had a Marco Rubio or a Jeb Bush going against her, it would be a much easier fight, I think,
well, and you look at the federal judge spots that are up, in particular
Well, that's what I'm
Supreme
talking
Court.
about, yeah.
It's, and you may disagree. You may be out there going, fuck you. I'm a Democrat, and then we're going to pack the court, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. I don't know that it's a beautiful thing to pack it either way. Isn't the idea of having a check on each other a good thing? 12 years of liberal Democrat. I don't know. It's really going to change things.
Yeah.
It has over the last 8 years, and it's really going to change things over the next 8 years.
And it's going to be big league changes coming up over the next one, because you're talking about a lot of judges that could change. So, yeah, it's going to be a big swing. It's going to be a much different country come November than what a lot of people are used to, for better or worse. Yeah, the Trump audio, I guess Nancy O'Dell has come out. She was with Entertainment Tonight. She's the one that Trump's talking about grabbing her pussy.
So crass, man.
Yeah, she says, politics aside, I'm saddened that these comments still exist in our society at all.
By the way, do we now have women who come forward and go, yes, he actually grabbed my pussy? Because he denied that. He did it in a really short way. Anderson was pressing him on it. I did not.
Yeah. I imagine if you dug for oil, you could find women that came out and said,
There will
he
be.
grabbed my pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could probably do that with countless other powerful men too. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you could find ones that stuck cigars in their interns. You know what I mean? Like,
Wouldn't have to look far.
no, you wouldn't. Poor Miss Heinrich's desk. You can find them that got blown by their fucking interns. It happens. Anyway, she says she's saddened by these comments. When I heard the comments yesterday, it was disappointed to hear such objectification of women. The conversation needs to change because no female, no person should be the subject of such crass comments, whether or not the cameras are rolling. Everyone deserves respect, no matter the setting or gender. As a woman who has worked very hard to establish a career, and as a mom, I feel I must speak out with the hope that as a society we will always strive to be better. I like Nancy O'Dell, actually.
I don't even know who she is.
Yeah, you'd probably know her if you saw her. Anyways, but yeah, Washington Post put those out, kind of beat these guys to the punch, but yeah, I don't know, we'll see where it goes. But Billy Bush, you guys kind of touched on it.
Yeah, he's done, huh?
I don't know.
Is he on the Today Show?
Yeah, he is, and I guess he wasn't terribly liked at, where was he at before? Entertainment Tonight, or
He was always,
Access, right?
so he's doing the red carpet shit, right?
yeah, when he was doing like Access Hollywood or Entertainment Tonight, one of those, he was. But anyway, they're saying that some sources are saying NBC needs to act immediately and fire him. Of course, social media is like, you pig, you monster, for laughing along and blah, 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 blah. But Access Hollywood is where he's at. He was a highly polarizing figure who at times acted like an entitled jock, and this annoyed his colleagues. It's disgusting that he would let someone talk about his former colleague, Nancy O'Dell, in that way. But the network apparently is saying he's not going to be fired, that he's not polarizing on their show, on the Today Show, and he does really well.
The public will demand it, Mike.
Yeah.
He'll be gone.
I imagine he probably will be. In the world we live in now, I mean, that's just what happens. If you fuck up, if you make a mistake, dude, I'll be honest with you. If I was on that bus, I would have been laughing too. I would.
Yeah, but if you were on like a family vanilla show and all that, then you got to expect to be fired.
Yeah. Yeah, you just don't think that.
They're trying to portray something. They have an image, right? And
Yeah.
Billy Bush talking about laughing at somebody talking about grabbing pussies.
Yeah.
Not exactly the image you want to portray.
You'll be glad to know, and I was really curious what Tic Tac was going to think about this. And as you know,
I can't believe you mentioned Tic Tacs. When's the last time you thought about Tic Tacs?
I know, dude. That seems so.
Like, how about
like Tic
certs? How about a cert?
Well, you can hear.
CERT. Remember those?
Oh, hell
Are they,
yeah.
Are they possibly still around?
Do they have the
little
blue
flavor
center?
crystals?
Yes.
Yes, the blue center, dude.
Certs are still around.
Are they?
They're always sugar free though, and I hate.
Hey, how about a
sugar-free.
cert? Does anybody have a cert?
Anyone?
God, I haven't seen those forever. Like in the foil wrapper.
Yeah. Is it in foil?
Yeah, it was
wrapper?
like in a kind of like a foil, like a lifesaver kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, you can tell he's actually got Tic Tacs. You know,
Son of a bitch carries Tic Tacs.
hell yeah, he does. Well, you never know when you're gonna have to just make out with a chick or grab her pussy.
I
you
never
know?
found Tic Tacs all that effective in terms of like a minty effervescence.
Yeah,
Did you?
Tic Tac. Well, the white ones and the light green ones. I was a fan of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it do what a
and orange
cert can do?
ones.
Did it do what a cert can do?
No, it didn't do what a
Right?
cert can do, but you can
It's
eat
more like a little
shitload of
candy
them.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want a
Yeah.
little candy? It's not like for fresh breath.
By the way, and this is well, yeah, I guess certs is more for fresh breath.
Right.
Tic Tacs are more of a treat. I'll give you that. I like Tic Tacs though. By the way, grabbing a pussy. Like,
I know. I've been thinking the same. I can't even
like
think.
it seems like a weird thing to like. I grabbed her pussy.
I can't believe you haven't
Yeah.
said that before. I thought you would have already said that by now. It seems like a really weird way to phrase. I've never thought about.
Yeah, nobody says that, right?
I've
No.
never
Yeah, I
heard
grabbed
anybody.
her in the pussy. Just grabbed her by the pussy.
You can just do that when you're a celebrity. Maybe that's a celebrity thing,
Yeah.
and we're not celebrities.
there
so,
yet.
Yeah, we're working our way there. But grabbing someone by the pussy, it just seems like with pants on. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's what makes it so strikingly inappropriate. Is it's such a you can just grab them by the pussy. It's like what? Even I was like, what? Huh? What?
like a bowling ball, one in the stink and one in the pink, and you just pluck them up by their
their pussy.
by their pussies. It's just gross. And if he said, "Oh yes, you can just grab their titties,"
Yeah.
like you go, "Okay, yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
you
titty,
just-
there's something that
Right.
feel there." But
Just grab their tits.
with pants on, I might as well just bend my knee there and just go. Like, how does that feel when you grab there?
Yeah.
Like, what do you get from that? I don't know. It seems like a weird thing. But anyway, Tic Tac came out 'cause as they were mentioning the thing.
Pro
Denounce.
grabbing in the pussy or con
That's what I
grabbing in the
thought.
pussy?
I
I
thought-
just I'm wondering.
Well, I would have thought that they would have been like, hey, we want to just say that we support Donald Trump, even if he's just grabbing
To the end of
chicks
the
in
world.
pussy.
Yeah. Like, hey, you know what? We like to be used by Donald Trump before he grabs
Yes.
pussy.
We're glad that he chose us as his official breath mint when he just randomly makes out with chicks and grabs their pussies.
The official breathman of Donald Trump.
Yes. But no, as a matter of fact, they didn't. They from their verified Twitter account, Tic Tac respects all women. We find the recent statements and behavior completely inappropriate and unacceptable.
Tic Tac back on the map, man.
Wow.
Back on the map.
Yeah.
And doing the right thing.
I have not seen somebody carrying one of those Tic Tac containers
didn't
since
even-
the mid '90s.
I didn't know they existed still.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew they existed, but
Yeah. You guys don't see Tic Tacs floating around? What's the
No.
matter with you?
No.
no.
Like, how? If I wanted to buy some,
little-
what would I do? Go to the candy aisle?
Yeah, go to any gas station
Like,
in America.
are they sold in like packs of several
No,
of
they
those
still
little
just
plastic?
do that little thing. That
So- Really?
you
So
know?
you walk up and you grab one of those little things off a.
I guess.
Yeah, you can buy a case of them, but you can buy just one little packet. They make them big now, too. They have big ones.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Supersized.
Hell yeah. That's what this country needs. People were laughing at Tic Tac tweeting out. It seems so
Well, what was it?
unnecessary. As if people
Hold
were
on. What was
sitting-
that argument we had about what was it? Adidas came out and said that they weren't for the FIFA.
Yeah, the soccer
yeah.
corruption scandal with FIFA.
Yeah.
Which seemed ludicrous to me. It was like, oh my God, I've been waiting to hear how Adidas feels about this. But, you made the point of, like, it's no
Wow.
skin
You're
off
the
their
big
back.
pack.
hell yeah.
But this is further removed from the FIFA issue. This is like, dude, nobody connected Tic Tac in any way.
Yeah.
Like, Tic Tac is so far from this issue.
I'm done with Tic Tacs. They lead to groping of pussies.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not at all. Piers Morgan responded, hey guys at Tic Tac, do you have any formal position on Syria, ISIS, or global poverty?
Nice.
Reporter Betsy Woodruff tweeted, at long last, Tic Tac USA breaks its silence.
Yeah, really.
So obnoxious. Anyway, should we take a quick break and then we can come back with some Bill Clinton is a rapist stuff?
Sure.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we take a quick break? I might have some Tic Tacs upstairs if you guys are interested. I might. Anyway,
good.
We'll do that and more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey, it's Steve Gabarra, the general manager at Zod Ford and Holly. We're much closer than you think, and we specialize in getting folks out of their lease up to 12 months early. It doesn't matter what brand or how many miles you have on it. The team at Zott Ford will assist in terminating your current lease with no penalties and hook you up with a sweet new Ford. So dump your overpriced, over-mileage lease and let your friends at Zott Ford make your wildest dreams come true. Check out our astonishing deals and massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. This kind of makes the point that you brought up earlier, Jay, about
Yeah, our quick trip to Idiocracy.
yeah. Ken Bone is actually the number 5 trending topic on Twitter at the moment. He also occupies the 20th slot with Kenneth Bone.
Ken Bone, of course, was the gentleman who asked the penultimate question about energy while wearing a red sweater and sporting a sweet little stash. A
Yeah.
Kitterman, if you will.
Dude, he is absolutely well. At the time when he popped up on the screen, we both went, "Oh, that's a meme waiting to happen." Ken Bone is a meme waiting to happen.
It's just funny that the whole nation apparently did that.
Yeah, people think Ken Bone won the debate.
Look at Ken Bone. Look at that son of a bitch.
Dude, so people took like video on Twitter of Ken Bone like afterwards, the camera's just on the debate stage.
Yeah.
And so they've captured camera footage of Ken Bone walking up to President Clinton and shaking his hand, Bill Clinton. And they're tweeting it with game recognizes game. That's just a thing of him going and shaking his hand.
Here's one, the hero we don't deserve but need, Ken Bone. Fucking Bone.
Just some dude, like Jay was saying.
How about the one you just read about cruising off in his car? Where's that one?
Yeah, that's down. Hold on, there's Ken Bone rides off into the sunset, and you push play, and it's him just walking off camera.
His camera may be disposable, but Ken Bone is not.
Oh my god!
Let's see here.
Look
Where
at
was
this
that one?
picture.
Yeah, tonight's winners: 1 Ken Bone, 2 Ken Bone, 3 America.
Look at this picture on Google already.
God.
The Iwo Jima. That's right, Iwo Jima. That's what that is.
Iwo
Right?
Jima.
Yeah.
Crazy thing is, Ken Bone just got into his '98 Nissan Sentra and began driving home, completely unaware he's a worldwide legend.
Seriously, dude. Nothing else mattered after Ken Bone. It's true.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're making T-shirts available now with Ken Bone's picture on them. Oh my God, he's a giant.
Is it fair that this man is asking questions when he's clearly the answer?
His name is Ken Bone, and he Ken Bone me anytime.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, yes.
I had a Ken Bone tweet too. Can I read mine?
Yeah.
This dude's name is a classic case of false advertising and or wishful thinking. Hasn't been such a misnaming since the horsefly. It's not bad, right?
No, it's
and
not
that was
bad
right
at
in the
all.
moment too.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Ken Bone was a thing.
Ken Bone seems like the kind of guy whose Christmas list is literally just socks every year.
Do you think that's Mrs. Bone next to him? Or do you
Shit,
think
yeah.
he's
on the
riding
right?
solo?
On the right, not on the left. On the left was just a party of one.
No,
So
I'm
they
thinking
said-
on the left.
You think
the
that's
one on the
Mrs. Bone?
right? No way Ken Bone's boning on the right. Yeah, yes, okay.
Okay.
Stage left,
Stage left is Mrs. Bone.
for sure.
Yeah.
The sensible short haircut.
Look.
I want Ken Bone to wrap that beautiful red cable knit sweater around our divided nation. Only his warmth can save us now.
God damn it, Bone.
Did either of you wrestle in high school? I did, Ken Bone. Oh, man. There is zero doubt that Ken Bone has given some babe a mustache ride tonight.
This dude.
Oh, man. Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Hey, everybody, don't forget our Amazon link. Please use it, DetroitCast.com. It's an awesome way to donate to the show without, taking any money out of your pocket. You just order your shit over Amazon like you normally do. We get a bit of a kickback, so please use it.
I can't get over it still.
Yeah. There was one other piece of audio I wanted to play you, Jay, when the news broke on Friday and Saturday about the Trump on the bus, making comments about grabbing pussy and whatever. It was funny to watch CNN losing their shit.
Yeah, I was actually listening to that on the way home and heard this live.
Did you, Anna Navarro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anna Navarro it's weird because I don't know who she votes for, but she's a hardcore Republican, but she despises Donald Trump. She's Latina. And so as soon as he made the wall comments and, about them being rapists and murderers, whatever, she's been like shitting on him forever. And she kind of loses it, says pussy on CNN. Well, go ahead and play it, E.
All right, this is about when she starts finally talking.
Listen, if you choose to believe him, if you choose to make excuses for him, that's your choice. That's your choice.
And then be responsible for it.
My choice is to consider him a disgusting man who has consistently disgusted me from the first day of this campaign. And I think that every single Republican is going to have to answer the question, what did you do the day you saw the tape of this man boasting about grabbing a woman's pussy?
That's
Period.
Okay.
All right.
Will you please stop saying that word? My daughter is listening.
Yeah, you know what, Scotty? You know what, Scotty? Don't tell me you're offended when I say pussy, but you're not offended when Donald Trump says it.
Pussy, pussy,
I'm
pussy.
not running for president. He is.
Yes. And I said I was
okay, so then
Trump.
don't act outraged and offended when I say the word that you're not offended by the man who you are supporting is saying. That is just absurd.
I was offended by him saying that, too.
We'll be right back.
Don Lemon. Dork.
I know.
Oh, I can't stand Don Lemon.
Is that Scotty? What's her name? Huge supporter, right?
Scotty Nell Hughes, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big supporter of Trump.
Hey, is it time to finally shed your Big E wannabe disgusting pig pen of a jalopy? You bet it is, and our friends at Zotford are just the ones to hook you up. Right now, during their fall push, pull, or drag trade-in event, you will get a minimum of $2,000 for any car, truck, or SUV that you can get to I-75 and exit 98. They don't care how many miles, how many tires, or even if it smells like Big E's filthy feet. It's still worth $2,000 at Zotford and Holly. Surf their flamboyant deals and massive inventory at Zotford.com.
We talked a little bit earlier about the Bill Clinton is a rapist movement, and it's kind of taken off, dude. I mean, they're doing this at a lot of places. We're worried he's not going to be able to get his chance to do it.
All the money's going to be gone.
Yeah, the money will be gone. It still might be worth him doing it anyways. But there was a protester that caused a rather major scene at a Tim Kaine rally. I'm impressed with these guys' ability to really scream it out and get their message out there. But here's what happened at the Tim Kaine rally.
4 years from now, and the word out of Trump Tower, New York, is
Bill Clinton is a rapist.
The Donald
wow.
was too happy. The Donald was not too happy about what Mike Pence did, right? Yeah.
Get him some balls to do that in front of a crowd like that.
Oh, I know, right?
So if you add that,
zooming right in on the shirt.
Hell yeah.
Donald Trump was horrible at his debate. Hillary was great.
It's worth $5,000, right?
And then he walks off like, yeah, I got it. I got it. Yep.
Should have made
5K.
that should make the channels. And then there was Monday. We had someone interviewed live on MSNBC.
Okay.
And
it's like a normal guy, right?
Yep. He's just here to talk about Trump.
Or maybe he didn't perform very well in some of his business endeavors. But I think one of the things that we really need to be looking at in this debate is that Bill Clinton is a rapist. Infowars.com. Infowars.com. Bill Clinton's a rapist. Bill Clinton is a rapist.
Okay.
All right, Bill Clinton.
Okay.
So
Cute.
he knew that he had a minute. That's how he wanted to use his time. We hear some clapping.
Yeah,
That's
that is
right,
how he wanted
nerd.
to use his time. I mean,
Good use of time, too.
Honestly, it is. It's better than just some generic, some regular guy just babbling on.
The best one, though, was to Bill Clinton himself.
Oh, shit.
Did you see this one?
I did not.
Did you have that one right, E?
Oh, shit.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh.
The best one, Mike declares.
I didn't
Here
realize
comes
it was
the
the
best one.
I didn't realize there was
The best
Bill
one.
Clinton interrupted your rapist in Milwaukee. Well, yeah, he said, so Bill Clinton's talking on stage and he's like, no one can dispute the fact. And this guy goes, that Bill Clinton is a rapist.
Shit. It's perfect.
The timing was impeccable by this young man in Milwaukee. Any lucky? It should be easy to find. Another audience member started yelling it out repeatedly, too.
We'll fix this in post.
Yeah. All this can be fixed in post. How are the kids doing?
Quite well, thank you. Took Sweet Pie to the zoo on Saturday.
Oh, you
Yeah, it's a
did?
beautiful day for the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the penguins again.
You did?
I like that penguin house, Mike.
Do you?
It's not. Oh, who wouldn't like that? New
Yeah, it's
penguin house?
cool. It was really crowded when I was there. It was like that opening week or whatever.
Well, they do a ticket thing, which is interesting.
What do you
when
mean?
you go in the main gate of the zoo, they give you a ticket for your time to go to the penguin house.
Oh,
like
no
a 10-minute
shit.
time frame.
Oh, cool.
So they keep it weeded out that way.
Nice.
Because otherwise, you'd enter and everybody just like right in. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. All right, you got it there, E?
See these other signs? This is what's the matter. I don't know how you would characterize the gang leaders who got 13-year-old kids hopped up on crack and sent them out onto the street to murder other
think this is
African-American children.
I don't know.
Maybe you thought they were good citizens. She didn't. She didn't.
Yeah, that's old, dude.
It's my fault. I didn't see the
Oh,
I didn't see the Bill Clinton.
This
one
is a lot of fix and post.
Oh, tremendous amount of fix in post.
My God, man. I don't know, you'd think he'd prepare for the show?
Google.
A modicum of preparation?
Yeah, there you go. This is it. It's not. I don't know how long it is. It said.
All right, just play it. Fuck it. I can fix it in post.
Welcome back, everybody. I want to show you this. It was just moments ago where President Bill Clinton, out on the campaign trail for his wife, was responding to protesters who showed up. Take a listen.
It's the same damn thing. God damn it.
Yeah, what's the date on this, E? I mean, this just happened the other day.
I don't know. This is when I typed in Bill Clinton interrupted.
We'd want on October 7th to 9th. Because he talks about the weekend, right? Yeah, y'all had a bad weekend, I understand. Oh, E. Wow, the pressure's on. Look at him.
Yeah, he's shitting now.
He is. Sweat on his brow.
I typed in racist, not rapist.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You
That'll do
son
it.
of a bitch. All right, here we go.
Nobody can dispute the fact that we need.
All right.
That is.
Nobody can dispute the fact that we need.
Isn't that great timing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God, he's looking
Don't
like an
worry
old
about it.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, he looks sick.
Thank you. You gotta feel sorry for them. They had a bad day yesterday, so they're trying to make it up. Give me my hand.
I'm suggesting that you've raped
Give me
women.
my hand.
Anyway, yeah. And then the other, lastly, on that, De Niro. Did you hear De Niro?
Yeah. Saying
Slamming.
he wants to punch Trump in the face.
Something like that.
Tough
yeah.
guy move.
One of these where they get a bunch of actors to film something.
Tell us all how to vote.
Does anyone give a shit
Fuck
what
you.
Bob De Niro thinks in the presidential
They sure
election?
think they do.
God, these guys need to
Assholes.
get over themselves.
Self-important fucks.
It's unbelievable to me. But yeah, they were doing a political testimony video for a nonpartisan group called Vote for Your Future or Vote Your Future. And he was asked a question, what do you care about? And he said that he cares about the direction of the country, and then he goes off. This didn't make the final cut.
Because it's nonpartisan.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's what he actually said. Go ahead, E.
He's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk. He's a dog. He's a pig. He's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so
very
angry
edited, by
that
the
this
way.
country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote for it.
It was very edited. If you just hear the audio of that, you think it's a fairly eloquent rant. You know? But that was so cut up. That was cut from probably 17 different pieces.
Yeah, yeah. They had a lot of celebrities: Leonardo DiCaprio, Julia Roberts, Olivia Wilde, Kendall Jenner. Well, maybe there's a bunch of tweens out there that give a shit what Kendall Jenner thinks. Good Lord.
Her and her big fat ass.
Yeah, exactly. Should we get to some email?
Sure, Mike. We
It's
can do
late.
that.
This is a late night for us. Late weekend.
We don't want to short the people the show.
Well, then be interesting with the email. I don't know.
I'll try my best.
Yeah. Got to have something to talk about tomorrow morning, too. So
before I get to email,
we could talk about the Lions.
No.
Huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
that's a
Huh?
big win for them.
Yeah, they knocked out the Philadelphia Eagles.
The undefeated Eagles at the
That's
time, right?
They should have lost, but
Really?
well, yeah, they got up, 21-10 or something, and then let the Eagles take the lead, and then they got a miracle fumble towards the end of the game,
Seems
and
to
were
be
able
the MO this year to get up right early and then kind of
either get down big early or get up big early and then give it away. Because they were getting smoked by Green Bay, and then they ended up coming back and making it a one-score game, remember?
I don't really
care. Your Sparty looked good, though.
Oh,
I mean, they had a
God.
good weekend.
Done.
Right?
Stick a fork in them, Mike.
Yeah.
They're bad.
They don't look good.
I didn't watch them, so I don't know what happened, but I know that they lost to a bunch of Mormons.
They did. BYU took it to them. Michigan had a better weekend.
Yes, that's what I heard.
Rutgers.
80 points or something.
Yeah, 78-0 over
Holy
Rutgers.
shit.
Yeah. The offense in that game, in the first at halftime, Michigan's offensive yardage was 390 and Rutgers was 1.
Wow.
That is unbelievable. I mean, Michigan didn't even play any starters in the second half.
That was a home game, right?
No, they were at Rutgers.
Oh, no shit. Wow.
Yeah, they were in New Jersey on the road. Put a 78 spot on.
How many people are left in that stadium?
Not that many.
Wow. And in the last 10 minutes, like who was there?
Yeah,
Moms
sitting there.
and moms and aunts.
Yep.
Hey, you all know Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial by now. He's offering our listeners a great special. If you're one of the next 10 listeners to make an appointment for a no-cost, no-obligation portfolio review, he'll give you a $50 gift certificate to your favorite restaurant. Means at no cost, Merck will meet with you, review your financial investment situation, give you recommendations. So if you've been thinking about calling Mark, now's the time to do it. Call 248-626-2000 and ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Oh,
Can't stop drinking this Tang, dude.
Yeah, let's mention the Tang real quick.
Yeah. Well, did we put that in the members area?
Yeah, it's in the members area. We did a taste test. I think my mom was making like the wrong measurements of Tang.
You're not sure still? You're on the fence?
Dude, Tang is the sweetest drink ever made. What was NASA doing?
I don't know.
I can't believe that was the recommended dosage for astronauts.
It's two heaping or tablespoons of this sugar powder for a cup of water. It's not even like a liquid. It's like sludge or slime.
Dude,
I mean, it's just weird.
It really is. It's like thick. I remember when
Yeah.
Gab was pregnant, she had to drink some gross concoction of like orange drink. I forget why. I don't remember, but I think all pregnant chicks have to do this for some test or something, some series of tests. And I remember looking at it, it was that same look where you just kind of go like this with the glass and it just looks thick and sludgy.
Yeah.
That's Tang, dude.
Yeah.
I grew up thinking Tang was the blandest drink ever.
No, not
Because
even
my mom
close.
was taking like 1 tablespoon per 2 quarts.
Yeah.
I'll bet.
She had to have been, because there's no way you would have that memory otherwise.
Yeah.
So we filmed, Big E filmed us doing, we had E run out and grab a thing of Tang.
And of course, you got fucking orange pineapple, which, by the way, is
That's all they had.
kind of good.
It's not bad if you haven't tried it.
Good mess up if you ever.
Yeah. And so we did the exact recommended dose, and we filmed it to see which one of us was right, if it was super sweet or if it was super bland.
Miguel's right.
You can imagine where this goes. But I think the video's up on our members area.
Yeah, we added quite a bit last week. So if you got in early and didn't check back yet,
and there's
check back.
something I think that people will actually enjoy coming from this weekend too. So
Yeah, I don't remember what
involving
it is.
an art.
Oh, okay.
I posted an image of the art on Facebook, but the video will be up of me essentially taking a crayon drawing up to strangers and asking them if I could get this into Art Prize in Grand Rapids.
Trying to hawk your artwork.
There might be some video coming up there too of Massey over here, as we did a run through.
Yeah, that's right.
Of the song that I went up on stage with him and sang
"When the Children Cry."
We did a mashup of "When the Children Cry" and "Freebird," and we were and so Mike suggested that we do this, and I was like, oh God! So we filmed us doing a rehearsal dry run of it over here after the show that we did.
I could tell Mike was getting a little short of patience with you.
Yeah,
he's a perfectionist,
dude.
He demands perfection, but he's the nicest guy at the same time. So he's like, "No, I'm not mad. No, it's fine." You're
Dude.
like, "You're mad at me, Mike."
He was irritated. He was irritated because here's what happened. He's like, okay, he had this vision, like, okay, we'll do "When the Children Cry." I'll play guitar, and you sing the first verse. I'll sing the second verse. We'll sing the chorus together, and then at the end, and then we'll go into, there's the same chord at the end of the chorus that goes into Freebird, so I can take us right into Freebird. You do the first verse, we'll sing the chorus, and then I'll take us back into When the Children Cry. At that point in When the Children Cry, he hits some higher registers, so I'll take the high notes, and you harmonize with me underneath. And I'm like,
no problem.
Yeah, that's not never going to happen. And so we're trying to do that end, and it's like, he's just getting frustrated. He's used to playing with the Jeff Halls of the world and the Sterling Cottoms of the world, and he's playing with me now.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to sing and match him and do this, and he's just like, oh, this guy sucks. Oh,
it's like, no, do what you did last time, but better. And you're like, I can't replicate what I did last time.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Let
what I
alone
did
make
last
it better.
night. Yeah. And he's like, no. But then I was just like, dude, you're getting frustrated. You're frustrated that I can't sing the part that you want me to sing. He's like, no, I'm not. I swear I'm not frustrated. I'm like, you know that the gag is that I fucking suck. That's the whole bit. Like, you can't expect me to do good. It was eye-opening to be in the same room with you and him, by the way. It was eye-opening.
What do you mean?
Because I've resented you for quite a while now because being in a room with a lawyer... Being in a room with a lawyer, you guys, I finally figured out what they train you, how they break you down and rewire your brains to always be thinking of like, okay, when this all fails, then what do we do?
When this blows up. Worst case scenario, if you will.
You guys all work in worst case scenarios. And Massey was the same way. There were little instances off the air where we're talking. I'm like, oh my God, he's fucking Jay. He's Jay.
No, he's not actually fucking me.
No. But it's so similar where he's just like, he's always thinking of like how this could be a disaster, how this wouldn't work out. It was just like, wow, okay, they're all like this. It's not
law
just
school's
Jay.
awful. Never go there.
Yeah.
If you have the choice, don't ever go there.
I love both of you guys. I really do, though. That being said.
The resentment is clear.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry about that.
I mentioned Merck a moment ago. Mm-hmm. There was a guy I met, and I think his name was Dave. And Dave, you know who you are because you have guinea pigs. And the thing about Dave was he's like, hey, where's Merck? Can you point me to Merck? And I'm like, looking at the end of the night, Merck had left.
Yeah.
So Dave, go see Merck. Call Merck, all right?
Why would Dave go see Merck? Because he's got guinea pigs?
No, he wanted to see Merck about the financial situation.
Oh.
And the reason I remember Dave is because he has guinea pigs. So Dave, guinea pig guy, you know who you are. Call 248-626-2000. Ask for Merck.
Yeah.
All right, Scott writes in, King just signed up for the members-only portion of the website. Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I was watching some of the video shorts and noticed an orange TDC shirt. I believe I was donning one of those in one of the videos.
Awesome. So those are kind of badass.
Any plans to release that on the merchandise store? Nope, I got the only one.
Yeah, that's the only one.
It's the only one. Now, there's a small series of those printed up, and they're gone.
Those were. Do you want to say what those were for?
Yeah, it was a soccer team.
That we sponsored, right?
That wore those. We might do something like that though. We got to freshen some things up. So
yeah,
watch for that, y'all.
I have noticed that it does pop when you wear that. It's a good look.
Oh, you know what? I got it on.
Do you?
It's under my sweatshirt.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah.
It's popping through the neck.
Who would have thunk that our logo would look good on bright orange?
Yeah,
but it's actually beautiful. Not
bad. John writes in, listening to the podcast. Sorry, no clever quips, but legit lawyer question. You guys are talking about CNN editing tapes to make it sound worse than reality in these police shootings. So I think it was the Scott case, the Keith Scott.
It was, yeah, Keith Lamont Scott.
The North Carolina case where the wife was filming and she came upon the scene. I know, gross. She comes upon the scene and she's doing the filming. Well, CNN had edited out like many references by the police to them saying, "Hey, drop the gun, gun." References to the gun. They edited it all out to make it sound much more mundane, routine.
Yeah, like they just shot a guy for no reason without giving him much warning.
Yeah. So John asks, my question is, can the affected city's businesses sue the network for inciting a riot? Seriously, I can't scream fire in a theater. Any cable news channels allowed to incite a mob by editing video to drive their narrative for ratings and yet avoid any legal repercussions? If I were emperor, I feel like holding them accountable for the financial costs in dealing with these mobs, and it seems logical. I'm eager for your thoughts, for once, lawyer. Thanks, John. No, you need more clear connection than that. There's so many factors that go in. I mean, inciting a riot is like urging and inciting a riot. Like you're on site.
Burn this bitch down.
Dude, that's a great example. That guy could have totally been charged with inciting a riot. I mean, you are there. The circumstances are present such that
pitchforks are out,
shit's about to burn, and you're going, burn this shit down.
Yeah,
burn this bitch down.
Yeah,
that was the father,
the stepfather
of
Michael
Brown, the unarmed teen.
That's right.
For those who don't remember that name.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
CNN's argument would be, because I bet they left a couple of those in there.
Yeah.
Saying gun or drop the gun. The argument that the police union was making was, hey, there were 36 mentions of screaming, drop the gun, gun, and they cut a shitload of them out. So it just sounded, like you said, more mundane, but they could say, hey, we're editing for time. There were references to that in there. We didn't change the narrative of the story, and it would be impossible to prove that that's what they were trying to do.
Also, there's so much that goes into the unrest that was there. It would be impossible to show, like, the CNN video actually caused this.
Yeah, I doubt very much that many people are watching CNN that are in those mob scenes.
Yeah, but not criminal, but would certainly seem unethical to an extent if you're editing.
Oh yeah, I
think
out. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like it's a bummer when they get video and it shows a guy drawing a gun on a cop. It's like the story's over.
Yeah.
To them, it's like a wah. Dude, CNN, make no mistake about it. They are in the business of making money, and if they could have riots every night to broadcast on the news, that is great for business. The disruption, the turmoil between races, like they love that shit. Love it. Don't let them fool you. They're absolute monstrous shit stirrers. Period.
Our friend Ash from North Carolina writes in, hopefully she's doing well. There was big storms down there. Lots of flooding, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, North Carolina, South Carolina, Charleston, I heard was flooded real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, I heard you mention that you'd love to see Erebus with the lights on. Well, I have. Many years ago, I was a Tiki Bob's bartender. Not proud, I was 19.
Hell, Tiki Bob's, damn. It's been a while.
She says, not proud, I was 19, and management used to take people into some of the upper... Oh, management did they?
Wow.
Into the upper floors of the disgusting
She was like
Pontiac
a 10,
buildings.
we had to.
They mostly took girls up there to fool around on the filth-covered couches. I did not partake in said actions, just did a tour, she says.
Uh-huh.
They were in the beginning stages of creating Erebus, and I saw a lot of the rooms. Hopefully, for your sake, they used a shit ton of bleach and cleaned those floors, walls, and ceiling before you guys went through. Wonder what that means.
Wow, ceiling.
Ceiling. P.S. In what used to be Have a Nice Day Cafe, there is a sex swing in management's office. Pontiac is so gross. I think it's all just sticky.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Ash. B-U-I, of course.
Thank you, Ash.
Fred writes in concerning Tang. Sorry, Jay. Tang's the sweetest kid-type drink I can remember. It's the powdered version of Sunny D. I say this out of recently.
Yeah.
I have tried it again. Bought the big-ass container from Sam's, made one pitcher, and now I'm stuck with it, as no one will drink it. You know, we're drinking it right now.
It's
If you
delicious.
just water it down,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you just go half or, a quarter of what they're ordering you to do.
Yeah.
At
And it
best.
tastes, it almost tastes like Gatorade.
Yeah.
When you do that.
Just sprinkle a little bit in.
Yeah. It's not bad at all.
Yeah. It's got actual vitamin C, says
Sure.
NASA. Christian writes in, podcast poets, I feel compelled to write in so that I can comment on something Big E said on 669 that both of you glossed over. And to be frank, it disturbed me a bit.
Uh-oh.
In a quick comment, you know where this is going?
No, but I can only imagine. I say so much.
In a
bad
quick
shit.
comment during something Walter said, Big E interrupts as usual and mentions something along the lines of, my credit score is like 800 or whatever. It's not a big deal. Credit score.
You did? I don't remember him
Yeah, I
doing
talked about my career, talking about bad credit. I said I have good credit.
Christian continues, hold the phone, 800! And you two poets passed right by that remark without giving him any poetic justice. I'm almost 30, have owned a house for over 6 years, owned a car for over 6 years, and have never missed a single payment on any of my credit cards, mortgage, lease, or utility bills. My credit score as of today is 777. You mean to tell me that Big E thinks he has a better score than mine,
know
and
I
that the
do.
United States would deem him more credit-worthy than me? We need proof. I humbly request that the Crown demand Big E present evidence to the court in the form of a credit report which corroborates such an outlandish
Not
statement.
doing that, obviously. I'm not giving you guys my credit information, but it's true. I had it ran.
I look forward to this moment, but for the time being, I'll leave you with a dignified ciao for now.
Thank
E, 800, is this true?
It's definitely true.
Really?
It was
Or whatever.
It was seven. It actually might have been 795, but it was 795 or 800. It was right there.
All right, what are those easy credit
I'm not
checks?
doing
Yeah,
You
why?
know, that.
No, you don't have to give us the information. Just run
Experian
it.
or whatever? There's like
I
three
had it
main
done.
ones.
Why would I? I'm not lying about this. I had it done. That's what it was.
We'll run this tomorrow before
I'm
the
not
show.
running shit. I'm not running
E.
shit.
Not gonna.
Yeah, not going to. I'm not running shit with my
Wow,
credit.
why is this so out of bounds? Look at him. He's like,
look at him.
I'll tell you I threw in your bathroom with
because
your
it seems-
dirty underwear over my
I'm not
face,
letting
but I
some-
am not running my credit score.
I'm not doing it.
E, just run it and show us the score.
No.
All you need to do is turn the freaking thing to us so we can see what the score is. We don't have to look at the particulars.
It's going to say
Someone knows-
420, isn't it?
The person I know who did it, I'll give you the guy's number who ran it, and they ran it at the auto dealership when I was working at Zot.
Huh.
I don't know that I believe that.
You want to call Anthony? Anthony ran it for me. He can tell you that it was good.
I don't believe it either, man.
I don't care.
Let's call
800? How's
Anthony
that
tomorrow.
like, dude?
It's because although my credit card was high both times, all the time, I've never missed payments ever. Never.
E.
I've never missed a credit card. You can be late by 24 hours, and that does not count as a missed payment. I have never missed a payment on a credit card.
Yeah, but you need more to build up to that high score. Like you
Yeah.
need a mortgage. You need to step
Car
out and
loans.
take on loans and show that you can pay them back. Not just a single stupid like $2,000 limit credit
It's
card.
not 2,000, but
You're a big hitter. 6,000.
yeah, more than
it
average.
It would just seem that you would need more. That's how you build your
I don't know how
credit.
to tell you. He ran it.
All right, we'll call him. We'll call
I
him.
expected it to be bad. I
Because
remember when he
Jay's
ran
calling you a liar, and
when he ran it, I expected it to be bad. I kind of said like, you know what? I've gotten this paid off right now, I'd gotten it paid off like about a month before that, and I kind of said, you know what? I don't know how long it takes to build back up. I expected it to be bad, but it was like we were bored on a Saturday, and I said, I'm just curious. I wonder what it is. And then when he looked at it, I was like, dude, I'm sure it's going to be bad. I was actually prepared him not to make fun of me for how bad it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then it was like one of the greatest
And
ever.
then it was really good.
It was bigly.
I don't know what to say. I have 2 credit cards, and they've just always made payments. Whether you need more or not,
I think
don't know.
Anthony was just lying to the retarded kid.
I saw the printout.
Jeff writes in, gentlemen, Andy, don't crow too much about Bill Clinton trashing Obamacare. I think it was a calculated move. I agree with Jeff.
Yeah.
Or last week when Bill came out and said, it's the most ridiculous thing ever, Obamacare.
Mm-hmm.
That dude doesn't misspeak.
Yeah.
That dude's too smart. Did he
smooth,
ever
too smart.
misspeak during his entire administration, unless you want to count?
want you to listen
Yeah,
to me.
well, that was a flat-out lie, but it wasn't a miss.
He knew what he was
knew
doing. No, and he did it on
Yeah,
purpose.
he went as far as depends what the definition of is. Like that dude.
That dude is calculated.
Yeah.
So there's something up their sleeves.
Yeah. Is there any reason that he would go rogue on something like that? I don't know what it would be. Like why?
No.
is it possible he has a moment of clarity and is like, yeah, this is bullshit?
No, I really don't believe that.
I don't
think
either.
He's too sharp to do that. So Jeff says, I think it was a calculated move and not really trashing it in the way you think. I think, and mark my words, that they're setting the stage for saying it doesn't go far enough and that they want to fix it by expanding it into a government-run single-payer system like Canada has. Remember, they tried to go there when Bill was president. It didn't work. Oh, yeah, Hillary, the first lady, was in charge of our health care plan.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do remember that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
She started to say that tonight.
Yeah.
She started to go down that road of we haven't done enough.
Now
we need to
they'll
do more.
try to sell it as Obamacare has screwed things up, so we need to fix it by giving everyone free health care. In other words, I have a bad feeling about this, and you should too. Goodbye, B-U-I, Jeff with a G. Probably right on, my man. And then finally, I mean, as we come into deeper into October and get closer to Halloween, the clown thing's still going on, man. They had those two that were caught in, I think, Roseville on Friday or Thursday.
Oh, I didn't see
And they
that.
threw the book at them, man.
Really?
Yeah. The press release by the cops were like, these two morons, these idiots. And he just
Really?
lambasted them. And then they gave him like a $10,000 bond or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
What were they, just out fucking with people?
I guess two young girls like ran to a cop on the corner or ran to the police station or something, reported, oh my God, there's these two evil clowns. And they were able to find these two wandering around, jumping out and scaring kids. And
wow.
Threw the
They're
book
not
at
screwing
them.
around, really.
Yeah.
Make an example out of them.
Jay chimes in, subject clowns. The clown sightings are getting out of hand today. I heard about a school going on lockdown.
Yeah. Yep.
Although the book It by Stephen King is a fantastic book and worth a read. Very scary. A remake comes out in 2017 with one of the kids from Stranger Things. Familiar with Stranger Things?
It's a Netflix thing.
Well,
Yeah.
E being a big Stephen King fan, I expect you to watch that and be ready for that. 2017,
I never
sir.
read that
Put it
book.
on your calendar.
I'll put it on my calendar.
Right across the whole thing. It!
Yes, I'll do that.
I-T.
Coming soon.
T.
I got to read the book first, I guess.
Save the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
Sounds good.
Because
Yeah.
hell, we'll be right back here in a matter of hours, but that'll be transparent to the listeners.
Yes,
we'll be just fine.
We've got a interesting interview tomorrow as well.
Kids in the Hall.
Yes. Jay and I have both done our homework and read a book called This is a Book About the Kids in the Hall. And if you're a Kids in the Hall fan, which we really weren't, neither of us were big Kids
I'll
in
straight
the Hall
up say
fans.
it. I am not.
Yeah.
But still found the book interesting because
Yeah.
it's something that I knew nothing about, and now I know something about it.
Yeah. So we'll talk to the author tomorrow. So if you're a fan of the Kids in the Hall, you have that to look forward to. And we'll call it a day there. Thanks everybody for hanging with us. Oh, there's Mike Massey's pick.
Oh,
Washing
wow.
that off.
Oh, shit.
There you go. Wow,
Huh?
he's got the...
Got his name on it and everything.
Damn.
Yep. All right. We'll call it a day there. See you guys tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.